Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to do a showcase on EZA Prime Battle Super Saiyan Vegeta. A lot of people are saying this guy's bad, so I want to check him out for myself to see how bad he really is, or maybe if he's underrated. You know, we'll check him out. The one thing that I think might get people thrown off on this guy is that he's actually Extreme Class, which that never made sense to me for this particular Vegeta, because this is a Cell Saga Vegeta, which to me he basically never did anything against Goku. I mean, he made some poor choices against Cell, but he wasn't really a bad guy in this, right? And he was training with Trunks and stuff. So it's a little confusing to me why they made this guy extreme. There are other Cell Saga Vegetas that are all super class. So I believe the STR full power are Super Vegeta, he's super class. So that I always found that confusing that this guy was extreme. But I mean, extreme does need help, so that's fine. So let's go ahead. We're going to look at his kit, and we're going to see how good he actually is. So he's a Pure Saiyan's full 130 support with Key 4. That's a good battlefield leader skill, but not in general, you're probably not going to use that. And then a super attack effect, he raises attack and defense on 12 key, does colossal damage. And then the 18 key is the same thing, but it's greatly raised attack and defense and does mega colossal. And then his passive, so there is a little bit of wonkiness to his passive here. So he's attack plus 50 and defense plus 70 at start of turn. He gets an additional defense 70 if HP is 50% or more. He gets key plus 1 with each attack performed up to 5. He gets an additional attack 50 and launches 2 additional attacks, each of which have a rare chance of becoming a super attack for 4 turns after receiving an attack. So the thing that's wonky about this guy is that nice little part of his passive where he gets 2 additionals that have a rare chance of becoming a super. That's basically like what AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta had, but he just got it for free. This guy has to get hit to get it, and then he gets it for 4 turns. So the bad thing is he wants to get hit, but I don't think he doesn't have damage reduction, and he's not going to have the defense to warrant wanting to get hit, right? So we'll see. But I guess the sooner you do that, you're going to get that key built up. I'm guessing he's going to struggle for key right away, and then he'll kind of build up. I did give him a little bit of additional. I just picked some equips that were pretty low grade. Those are level 1 additionals, you know, and I have so many gold additionals that I'm fine just throwing a random additional on him. So we got him up to 14 additional. I feel like that's going to be kind of important to get that built up for the key right away. So I am running him. The thing with this Vegeta, he's actually got 2 200% teams. So he's actually fits into this guy because he's Super Saiyans and Android Cell Saga. He also fits in the Majin Vegeta because he is Vegeta Family and Gifted Warrior. So he's actually got 2 200% teams. So it's kind of a shame that, you know, if he actually is as bad as people say, it's kind of unfortunate, right? So I have a couple ways I can play this. So linked up with Super Vegeta, he's actually getting 5 links, which is decent. But if we put him in the middle, he's going to get all 7 links, but we're not going to be able to get hit to activate the passive, right? So I think I will put him in slot 1. We're going to be missing a couple of links, but I want to make sure he gets hit so that we can get those extra attacks in right away. And actually, we're pretty close to so we'll see a 12 key super here. What's his defense looking like? So about 200k started turn defense. And he is going to, so he'll either raise defense or he'll greatly raise defense. So on Super, he is going to get a nice little defense buff. His defense won't be the worst here, right? Okay. And he is going to get the attack buff from getting hit also, and he'll have that for 4 turns. So as long as we get hit this turn, we can put him in the middle slot next turn, and he should still have all that stuff, right? All right, well, let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get here. All right, so he gets hit. Attack buff, so 3.5 mil. I mean, for a 12 key, I guess that's decent. He is a free-to-play unit, right? It's not the worst. Int Go tanks exist, so there's definitely worse out there for free-to-play attack stats, right? All right, we got 5 mil guaranteed crit from this guy. I think the other reason why I was okay putting my Int Vegeta in slot 1 here, even though we're losing 2 links, is because I think there was a chance that we could have just one-shot there, because I put a lot of additionals on that Super Vegeta, and he guaranteed crit. So that was probably the safer play. The Goku leaders, I'm just going to smash them together here on the same rotation. I'm sure we'll just do that. We'll do that. The key's not really going to work out here, but with these 2 Gokus, we'll probably take out this Vegeta because we have type advantage, and we should get a fresh Goku for the next turn, which I think is fine. And then this Vegeta, now that he's gotten some attacks off, hopefully will have a little bit better starting ki on the next turn. Okay. So keep in mind that his 2 additionals, there's going to be a very low chance that he actually supers with those. But he can attack up to 4 times in a turn when he's got that active, right? So, I mean, if you think about the attack stats we're seeing, I mean, if he double, quadruple supered, like he, you know, could do some insane damage, but I think it's going to be very rare that you get like a quad super with this guy. All right, so we've got a really nice support unit here for 40%. We're definitely going to put Vegeta on slot 1 because we did not finish off the Goku. We would pick up Shattering the Limit in slot 2, but we definitely need to go slot 1 here. So now, all right, so we are going to get an 18 key super, so let's go ahead and do that. What's his defense? So about 200k starter turn defense again. So the thing is with like 200k starter turn defense, in actual difficult content, that's not good enough, especially to like put in slot 1. Now after supering, I think his defense isn't going to be the worst. He's probably pushing like 300k defense, you know. Okay, so what was that, like a 5 mil attack stat? That's not bad. It's not the worst, right? Okay, and then we're going to get our additional attacks. All right, so we should have pretty much the full key buildup at this point. I think the reason why this Vegeta gets a lot of flack is because he really doesn't provide any utility. It's kind of like what I was talking about with the Ink Gotenks is on a different level of bad. That Wolfang Fist Gotenks, I guess he's a volleyball Gotenks after awakening, but he's basically just stats, right? So like this Vegeta, like for a free-to-play unit, I feel like these numbers are actually decent, like they're okay, but like they're not really he's not doing anything else for the team, and like on the teams he's on, like so if you're on this Goku or that Majin Vegeta 200% team, like there are a lot better options that are going to operate better defensively and or offensively than this Vegeta. So I think that's the problem, is just there's too much competition on his teams. But I wouldn't say these numbers are outright bad. It's just he needs more to his kit. Ideally, he needs more defense, right? If he had more defensive utility, or if he like was an orb changer, or maybe had some type of support, then he's looking a lot better, right? All right, so this turn here, we should still have the 4 turns. Middle slot, I mean, we're going to just get Shattering the Limit, which isn't going to be huge. I'm going to leave him in slot 1. We'll leave him in slot 1. He's going to be type advantage here. Defense, yeah, so he's just, you know, very consistent, about 200k defense. We'll grab the 18 key super again. Super Vegeta can just do that. I would like to get like a full 24 key super at some point here, so we'll give it a couple more turns. So he's got that attack up again for getting hit. Yeah, so he already took 64k. Yeah, and he's about a 5 million attack stat. A 5 million attack stat for a free-to-play LR isn't terrible. But here's the thing, like, Prime Battle Frieza, who's, like, way older, actually does, like, more damage than this guy. But it's because he's got, like, a ridiculous link set. Because his passive is still pretty basic. It's just his link set's so crazy. And he's got big bad bosses, right? Alright, let's give it a couple more turns. But yeah, if you're looking at, you know, this guy's 200k defense starter turn 5 mil attack stats, like, I get it. That's not great. He's going to be usable in, like, a lot of the game, but yeah, like, red zone viable, probably not. Definitely not Cell Max viable. Like, you're not taking this guy into Cell Max by any means, so I don't know. It is what it is, right? We complain a lot about free-to-play units because, like, red zone and Cell Max now are so hard. It just feels like no free-to-play units are viable, so maybe part of it is we just might, for now, have to think of free-to-play units on a different level. Like, they're just built for different content, and they're just not going to be built for that. I think this Vegeta is going to be useful in Super Battle Road. Like, he doesn't have Super Battle Road utility, but he's good enough offensively and defensively, like, to work in Super Battle Road, right? Obviously, Dokkan events, but, like, every unit's viable in Dokkan events. Alright, I do want to try him in the middle slot here. Super Vegeta's just going to do too much damage. But I do want to see him in the middle slot here. Let's give it a try. Let's see if Super Vegeta maybe doesn't take him out here. Because this would be a really nice turn for him. Because this is like all of his links active. I really want to get this turn. He must have, his defense got lowered. Like 121k defense is not his actual defense stat. His defense definitely got lowered last turn. So we'll kind of ignore that for now. Let's hope 7 mil with guaranteed crit. I'm not feeling good about him surviving this. Super Vegeta. Come on, don't kill him, please. Yeah, figured. Okay. Because I really want to get that turn, but Super Vegeta... What I might have to do is the next time that turn comes up, what I should have done there is I should have put version Z Goku in slot 1. So if that happens again, we'll get... Because I think I just want to end it with that. The problem is now is... Well, his 4 turns should still be going, but I kind of want him to get his attack buff. Well, so here's what I noticed. Every time he got hit, it did the attack up symbol. So that attack up, he might need to get that every turn to get that, and then the 4 turns might only be for like the multi-attacks, right? So I don't know, putting him in the middle slot to get the links, we're just going to offset that by not getting the 50% attack, but we'll see. We'll try it and see what happens. This Vegeta's just pesky because it's like this rotation is like doing a ton of damage, but just not finishing him, and then that next turn it's like, he's got a sliver of health, and that's sometimes you just get into those routines. Now, this Vegeta's tanky enough that I think he is going to, like, we're going to be fine here. He's going to have plenty of health left, and we're not going to have that version Z Goku like I want. So, let's get to the version Z Goku turn one more time, is what I'd like to do. Yeah, we took a little bit of damage there. I got to watch out for these support units that aren't, like, super defensively viable, right? And this Vegeta does hit pretty darn hard. I should have some items with me here. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's go slot 1 again. We'll go ahead and grab that. Let's use an item here. Oh yeah, because if his health... Hold on, so let me check this one more time. So yeah, he loses stats here. See how he's only got 150k defense? So when your health goes below 50%, this is actually good to see this, right? He lost that 70% defense, right? So that's unfortunate. And then, and the reason why that's bad, it's like counteracts what you want, because if you're lower on health, you want more defense to survive. So like, if you're having a tough time in a hard fight, this guy actually gets weaker, which is poor synergy, right? I would actually rather have it maybe if he got more defense. Like, I feel like he should just get that 70% defense for free, and then give him more defense if his health is lower. I feel like that's what I would have rather had. Let's just use an item here. Oh, I actually didn't bring a healing item. Okay, well, we'll just use a Whis to make sure we don't die. So I want to keep the showcase going, and then maybe we can just slowly heal up on orbs here. The orbs aren't great right now. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, see, he's getting the attack up every time. 5.2 mil. So yeah, basically the way to look at this guy is if you're running him with a good linking partner with support, he's about 200k starter turn defense with 5 mil attack stats, but like nothing else. Like that's just like okay-ish numbers, right? So I think that's the bottom line with this guy. He's just okay. Like with all the attacks and stuff, like once again, if he quad supered, like he definitely could put some damage in. But when he's only got a rare chance to super, what you're more likely looking at is a double super with 2 normals is going to be probably a more typical turn for him. Because odds are you're going to proc hidden potential. If you have 10 or more additional in this guy, with all the attacks he's doing, your odds are you're going to proc that. And then there's a decent chance that that can be a super attack, right? So I'd say you're looking at 2 supers. And we're seeing like 3.4, 3.5 mil on the additionals. So overall, you know, like an 8 or 9-ish mil attack stat if that goes through for you. So if you kind of combine all the attacks, his attack actually isn't that bad. Once again, the problem is on his teams, you could just like, because like he reminds me of Evolution Blue Vegeta, but the thing is you can just run Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? Who's actually a way better unit. So yeah, it's kind of tough for this guy. He's just okay. Like that's all I can say. He's okay. I don't think he's outright bad though. Like I don't feel like gross when I use him. Like he's not the worst EZA I've ever seen. He's just underwhelming. I really wish they would have stuck with the formula on these Prime battles that they did initially, which was, you know, Prime Battle Goku, you needed the 6 free-to-plays to whatever to get him, but then Prime Battle Frieza, you needed another Prime Battle unit to awaken him, and at the time, they made him very good. I wish they would have kept to that formula where these Prime battles, like, each one of them just required at least one other Prime battle, so that it's, like, more difficult to get them, but then you make the unit better, right? I think if this Vegeta had, like, some damage reduction, like, I'm okay with it. I'm actually really okay with his attack stats. Like, his attack stats aren't bad. It's just his defense utility is, like, yeah, so 200k starter turn defense again. We'll go ahead and grab these int orbs. This is going to be our most key we've had on a turn. We pretty much have to Whis here because this Vegeta could one-shot us. Because our defense just is not viable enough here. Yeah, let's take a... Do I want to take a big shot with Super Vegeta? No, because I want to get around one more time. I want to get the version Z Goku turn at least once here, right? Okay, let's do this. Let's see what kind of damage. It's going to be just above 5 mil, I'm guessing. Yeah, good thing we use Whis. He probably will still take damage here with a Whis. Oh, a lot of damage, actually. Yeah, that is terrible, and I didn't even catch the attack stat there. I missed it. So this guy is not good defensively, and that's, I think, the big fault here. All right, so what did we do there? Oh, I missed the attack stat. It was 5-something. I'll have to rewatch it. You guys just saw it. You can rewind it. All right, and then, yep, so then we got all the additionals and a 3 mil. So, like, you know, we just did, like, a 9 mil attack stat that turn. So, like, attack stat, he's good. But, yeah, defensively, 350k with a Whis against this Vegeta, who is by far nowhere near the hardest hitting unit in the game anymore. Like, there's way harder content. So that's just telling you right here. This Vegeta, like, Legendary Vegeta event is probably, like, the upper limit of what this guy can handle. You might be able to sneak him through a red zone or something, but you're going to be hiding him. Like, he's not going to be an on-rotation defensive juggernaut. The one thing I will give him there is I think he got supered before he attacked, and he does raise defense on attack. So he wouldn't have taken nearly that much, but to have a Whis on, type neutral, and still take that much damage is actually really bad. So, once again, I'm okay with the offensive numbers. I think he just needs more defense. That's really what they're missing with this guy. And the fact that part of his kit, and I think a lot of people would agree with this, the big thing is that part of his kit revolves around... Let me see, I think I should still have Whis up this turn, so I think I'll be okay here. When part of his kit revolves around wanting to get hit, but then he doesn't have the defense to take it. That's the big thing. I think if you slapped, like... If he had unconditional 40 to 50% damage reduction, then he's like a really solid unit. Like, for sure. Like, I would want to use this guy. But right now, he's just too basic. He's too generic. And I definitely get that. So, I think for a player that just doesn't have as many options, but you're still able to get this guy easy aid, like, he can definitely be a filler slot for you. He's not the worst. He's kind of the definition of mid, actually. I would say he's very mid. Like, he's right in the middle. Not that great, not the worst, just in the middle somewhere. Could have been better for sure. And on global, the thing is it's been like, feels like forever since JP got this guy. So like part of it is we're just like getting this guy like so late. So here, what we'll do is we'll just Ghost Usher. And then we'll just take, so now we'll just get a turn with full links, right? And once again, you saw the links there. He's mid-level link. So full level 10, like he's pushing up better numbers. He might be closer to like 5.5 to 6 mil with full level 10 links, right? For his attack stat. He might get up to like 250k or something. Look at the defense lowering. We're at 30k defense. Dude, Evolution Blue Vegeta's defense down is pretty heavy. Wow. That's a big time defense down we just got there. Okay, I see you. I see you. I'm trying to think of what's... I guess I'd drop in this maybe and getting the int orbs to come down. Yeah, there we go. That was the best I could do there. Alright, so at least we're going to get the attack stat here. We'll see. I feel like it might just be similar because we're not going to get the attack up from getting hit. Oh, way less. So getting all the links here, he's only at 4 mil if he doesn't get hit first. So if he doesn't get hit, his attack takes a huge dip. Okay. And then, yeah, he didn't get all those additionals and stuff either. Alright, well... There you go. We'll call him Mid-Vegeta. That's what they call him for a reason. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this Prime Battle Vegeta. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.